Hi guys, it's Dana. How's everybody doing today? I know we were gonna do Christmas just once a month, but we didn't get through the entire project in the last video, and I wanted to be able to show you guys how I finish these up. Okay, so what I've done is I've finished layering papers, and you can see how I did that around the stamps. Okay, and here's how they turned out. I think those just look really cute. These are just out of my Christmas scraps. They just kind of frame out the stamp a little. And I've just got little pieces here and there. And you just fill in to your taste, right? If you want to completely frame it out with scraps, that would be cute too. I may do that in another round of stamping. I did want to add something else to the top of here. And then I've got the 4 tag ones that we did, one in each color that we were using. And I've got those all fussy cut out. I've got my little tickets that we stamped all fussy cut out. And these will just go in my embellishment bin just like this. I'm not going to do anything to these. They'll just go in my little embellishment bag. Let's add one little piece of something here. And then I want to show you guys how I plan on just kind of jazzing these up a little bit. Let me see what I have over here. I think this red would be really pretty up there, so let's just do that. I'm just going to tear a little bit of it. Tear this down because it's too thick. And I'll see how far over I want to go. I think right to maybe that Christmas tree. That way you still see some of the Christmas trees on this end. And believe it or not, I will save these. As you can see, little bitty scraps can be used to just add a little something. So don't get rid of those. I mean, literally, even on a pre-made journaling card that you have cut out from a kit, sometimes you'll see like a little space on there and think, gosh, that just needs something in that little space. And little scraps like that are perfect for stuff like that. Or a little piece of washi, great place to use washi. Okay, so I'm gonna just put this right up here in the corner. There, and I just felt like the top just needed something. It was a little too one note. Okay, now the first thing we'll do, first thing I want to do is work with these. Now, what I'm thinking for these, obviously I'm going to ink around the edges, but I'll do that off camera. What I'm thinking about for these is a decorative hole reinforcer. I think would be really, really cute. So I do not have a hole reinforcer punch. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I have a 1/2 inch circle punch. Okay, so I've got stuff on there. I'm gonna use a 1/2 inch circle punch. Okay. And then I have just one of these regular silver hole punches, you know, the real cheap ones. And what I have found is this punches a bigger circle than the biggest hole on my Crop-A-Dile. So that's what I'm using, okay? So what I'm gonna do is decide color-wise what I wanna do here. I'm thinking just sitting out, I've got this little checked one, and I thought I would see how much of that check I can get in. Oh, I shouldn't have done that first. Okay, what you want to do, what you want to do is punch your smallest hole first, okay? And then what I'm going to do is line up my circle punch, and I'm going to center my circle punch over that hole that I just punched out, and that's what you get. You get a hole reinforcer. So I'm just gonna ink around this because it's just really white. I tried not to get a lot of the white space, but I did anyway. Which one of these do we want to use this on? You know what I'm thinking? It'd be really cute here on our brown one. So let's use it there. I can save that one. It's just going to be super fiddly. And I'll come closer to the camera when I do the next one, just in case you guys didn't see it very well. And then I'm just going to match this over the hole that I already punched out using this punch. I punched the initial one. And after I back this, and the only reason I would back this is very flimsy paper, okay? Because you can journal on this, but it's just super flimsy. So what I think I'm gonna do is back them with book page and then probably another piece of this paper that I stamped on. And that's super cute, okay? So let's choose another one I've got out. So maybe we use some red on the green one. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come closer to the camera here. What I'm gonna do is, you know what, I don't like this particular piece. Ooh, let's use a plaid. I've got a red plaid here. Let's use that. That might be pretty on the black one. And I think I wanna get some of this red here. So I'm just gonna punch this hole here, kind of where I think I want the design to be, the biggest part. Okay, so I punched that hole. And now what I'm gonna do is take my 1/2 inch punch and I'm just gonna center it in the middle, center it around the hole I just punched. And punch that out. And that's what we have. So if you have a 1/2 inch punch and you have, I did used to have, and I will say this, okay, I did used to have the We Are Memory Keepers hole reinforcer punch, and I did not like that punch. That punch never worked for me the way it should have, the way they said it would. I found it hard to punch with it, and I found it hard to take it apart to empty it. And so I actually threw mine out because I thought it was broken. I just had the hardest time with that. Okay, I'm just gonna put this around here. So I did not like that punch at all. And that's how that looks really cute. Okay, let's do these two. Let's see here. I wanna do something green on the red and red on the green. So I'm just gonna look through my scraps here and see what I've got. This is cute. It's got some blue in it. Here's some holly. I'm looking for stuff that maybe has some, oh, let's use this one. Maybe has a smaller print to it because it is something very small you're working with. This, the Lucky Clover, I want to show you. This dried really kind of tealy instead of green, and this stripe has like teal in it. So let's use this on here. So I'm just gonna punch because I want that teal. So I'm gonna punch around where I can get that teal stripe. And again, I'm gonna center my 1/2 inch one around, and I'm just, you know, obviously you just eyeball it. And then you have a cute hole reinforcer. So if you have a 1/2 inch punch and then a regular hole punch, you can get a hole reinforcer out of any material, any paper that you have. And it's super, super cute. Okay, let's get some glue on this. And then I'm gonna do one more thing on these tags, just to add one more little thing. And that looks really cute. I'm happy with that. Okay, let's find something green. This is really pretty. I think I'll use this. Okay, and see, like, this one's not perfect. But you could never tell because it's such a small piece. But I notice. And most of us crafters are like that. Nobody notices our mistakes but us. But I can see that one side is thicker than the other. But that's okay. Not a big deal. Just go with it. That's what I always say about errors, guys. Just go with it. And now that it's on there, you can hardly tell. I see it, but nobody else would see it. Okay. Set these scraps aside. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to do to these is I want to do a little gem or something like that on the top of the Christmas tree. And it is going to cover up some of the words, but on this particular stamp, it says, "Oh, Christmas tree" here at the top. It also says it here on the side. So a little gem on top of the Christmas tree I thought would be cute. So I've got some red and green gems here. Okay, so I'm going to use a red one here. And of course I got more glue than I needed, but that art glitter glue dries clear, so that's that. And we'll do a green one here. Okay, those are cute. And for these, I have these little, they're just little flower gems. I don't even know where I got these. They're so old, but they're really small. They're really tiny. And I thought that that would look cute at the top of one of the trees. So we got a little green one we can put there. I don't have any red. I already checked. So I think, yeah, it's just pink. And I've got red plaid on there. So I think I'll just use a red gem on there. And that'll be cute. Looks really good with the black, the red. I really like that. Okay, and we'll put this little green one on here. Be a green little flower at the top of the Christmas tree. Almost looks like a little star. Okay. And that's what those look like. And to me, those are done. Those are really cute. And that's just a stamped image. So there's that one and that one. And that one. Really cute with the little green flower. I wish I had some red ones. And then that one. I love that red and black. It's so pretty. Now, I wonder, let me pull out my markers. Where are my markers? Markers. There they are. Just because I'm looking at this, pull out my green. And there's some leaves right down here. To just add a little more color. And I'm just coloring where it's not shaded by the ink. And then there's some berries right there, so let me get my red. I'll just color those berries in. That's really pretty. That just adds just a little more color to that. Oh, I'm super happy with that. Okay, so there's that one. Let me see if I have a darker green for this one. That's a pretty light green that I have here. Here we go. Here's my darker green. It's almost out of ink. You know, really, you could sit here for ever and keep adding and keep adding and keep adding. You go to put it away and then you see something. Oh, I could do this to it, or I could do that to it. It's really never ending. And the product that you end up with is uniquely yours. Okay, let me get the berries here. Okay, so there's that one. Just touch on the berries on that one. And I'll use the light green. I'm not sure I was happy with that dark green. Because the light green here, you can see the shading through it. So this is kind of the mixture because we stamped in that Lucky Clover. So it's kind of a mixture of two different greens. So it actually looks really cool. I'll show it to you when we're done here. Oh, I'm happy with that. Oh, that looks really pretty, actually. That looks really good. Okay, and I'll just use the light green on this. The berries are already, because I'm stamped in red, I'm not going to do anything with those berries on this one. I'll just put some color on the leaves. And that looks really good against the red. Okay, there we go. So those are done, just like that. And I'm going to keep these out because we've got things on here we can color too. So I'm just going to keep those out. Done with this. Okay, so now for these, what I'm going to do is I am going to use Stickles. And I'm gonna look on here, and it's mostly on the bottom on these. And there's some holly here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna glitter up these little snowflakes down here. There we go. There's some snowflakes here. And this is diamond dust. Yeah, it's Stickles Diamond. Okay, there's a snowflake up here. So let's do that too. I'm just kind of doing the stems of them and maybe spreading it out just a little without putting any more on here. Just using the nozzle to kind of spread it over the little spines of the snowflake. Okay, maybe right here. Okay, and over here looks like some holly berries. So what I'm gonna do, this is glitter drops, and these dry dimensionally. So I'm just gonna put a couple like 3 little dots for the holly berry. And it looks pink, but it'll dry red. Okay, I don't know if you can see the glitter. There we go. So I just glittered up the snowflakes and I added some holly berries there, and that's about it. And maybe if I get my, I wonder if I have a black Sharpie. Let me look. Blue. Let's see. I don't want to get anything in my... Oh, there it is. I do have a black one. But maybe even red would be pretty too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw some faux stitch lines right here. Try not to put my fingers, and I'm going to space them a little farther apart than what I would normally. Okay, and turn it around here. I'm going to put my fingers on the edges here. I don't want to get, I know I'm kind of covering my work, but I'll let you guys see it in a second. I'm just trying to draw these lines, and I don't want to mess up the glitter that's wet on there. So this will dress up the sides of it a little. Okay, so I just drew some faux stitch lines, just like that. And now what I'm going to do is come back in with my red marker, and I'm just going to put a little dot right between each one. And what would be really cute, and I think I might do it on the next one, is to alternate red and green polka dots. So maybe I'll do that on the next one, because I've got green on my in the papers here. So now, as whereas the edges were kind of blank before and boring, and normally I resolve that issue with sewing around them, but you know, Christmas and Christmas journals to me are a little different than normal ones, and I can do more playful things, and it goes with whatever. Okay, so that one's done. And that's how the sides look. Really cute. I'm gonna put this over to the side to dry, and you'll be able to tell the glitter and stuff more when it dries, and I'll have these 3 little red berries over here. You'll see that better when it's dry. Okay, so I'm gonna put that in a drying spot, and I'm just gonna move to the next one. And I think before I put any glitter on here, I'm gonna go ahead and do my little faux stitch lines. Do I want to use black because there's no black on here? Yeah, I think you can always use black. And this has got the blue tape to it. So maybe, I think I've got a light blue marker. So go here and then go here. Just like it runs into that. Maybe I'll alternate between red and blue polka dots on this one. See how that looks. Okay. Let me find I think I do have a light blue marker in here. Yep, I do. Need a drink. Okay. So I'll run through with the red. And then I'm going to skip one each time. Okay, now I'll go in with my blue one. You can hardly see it, but it is the same color as that washi. Oh, I like that. That's really cute. Okay, I love it when it's a successful idea. Okay, that's how those polka dots and lines look. Really cute. Okay, let's put our glitter on. So we'll do the snowflakes. Oh look, there's holly up here. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the other one and add holly up here. Just gonna put a big one here. Only because it came glooping out. There we go. Cute. Now there's more sparkly on there. Ah, I like that. I'm glad I saw that. That really kind of completes it. Okay. So let's do our snowflakes first, and then we'll do our berries. I am sure now that I've given you the ideas, it's might be a little boring just to sit and watch me do this over and over again, but it's what I'm doing, and these are going to be great pieces to go in my ephemera bin for Christmas stuff. Okay, then we have this one down here. We have this one here. Okay, add our little berries. All right, there we go. That one's all done. Really cute. Okay, so now the other stamp, I never did stamp with this stamp, but maybe the next month when we do our Christmas, once a month, I'll do just a few of these, or I'll just do them off camera and I'll show you guys how they turned out. Okay, so I do want to do the lines and dots. I really like that. So let me just draw my stitch lines. And we'll figure out what color we want to do the dots as we look at each piece. And I'm only doing those where I don't have paper. So I'm sorry if you're bored watching me do this. You can always fast forward to the end where I show you what I did with each piece. Or you can just stop the video here. That's fine too. I never take offense. I'm just playing at this point. But this is a different stamp, and all of the rest of them that are over here are this stamp here, because I went nuts stamping this one because I loved it so much. So there won't be much different from here on out with how I'm going to use the glitter and stuff. And the stitch lines on here, just the color. Okay, so red, and we'll just use red and green, I think, on both of these. So I'll just alternate with the green and red. Okay, now I'll go in with the red one. Hi, honey, did your cornbread turn out?
I don't know, I'm just putting it down.
My youngest made cornbread.
It's not like I made it from scratch or something, it's a box.
It's a box mix. And the box mix had like corn bits in it. I've never seen that before in a so she was grossed out by that. So sifted it so that she only had the powder. So cute. So cute. You're adorable.
Maybe other people people like that. I don't know. I've never seen that before.
I, have never seen that before. But it doesn't mean it doesn't exist, obviously.
Absolutely.
Okay, almost done here. I think we'll just finish up these two and I'll call it a video, and I'll finish up the other ones off camera. So what we have is holly leaves and holly berries. So I think I'll go in on the leaves with my light green. Kind of just here and there, not like being careful with it or anything. Just giving that stamped image a little bit more color. This would be easier if I had colored pencils. Okay. A little bit more up here, I think. I'm not going to do all of it. I don't want to do a bunch of stuff on the bottom and not touch the top of it at all. Maybe over here. And just over here. Okay, that's enough. Now, let me do over here. Probably do a little bit more on this one because it's combining with that Lucky Clover green, and I just really love that look. It was really, really pretty. Thank you. She turned the light out on me. Habit. That's really pretty with those two colors together. Okay. Now there's tons of berries here, and I'm gonna do every single one. So I'm going to turn this sideways so it's a little bit closer to me. And the berries are nice and big. Can't tell if that's a berry. Sorry if my head's in here. I'm trying to figure out what's a berry and what's not. Okay, here's a bunch of tiny ones here. Okay, that's gonna be really pretty when it dries. And again, it looks pink now, but it won't dry pink. It'll dry red. Okay, so that I'm going to put over here to dry. And let's do this last one. And that'll be the ones I finish up on camera. Oh no. Okay. Pretty, really pretty. You can see that one much better because it's green. Okay, and here's our 4 tags that we did with our homemade hole reinforcers. Really cute. And so that's how I'm jazzing up just these regular stamped images. And I still have all of these to go, but that's okay. They'll go quickly because it's just the berries. So I'm going to get those finished up, and then I'll back them all. And I may not even do that till Christmas time. This was the time consuming part right here. So I hope y'all enjoyed this. I tell you, Christmas once a month, that's about the best idea I've ever come up with. So I hope you guys have a blessed day. Stay safe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.